Hi everyone, my name is Beck Reed from John Pye Real Estate, and this is John Pye, and today we're going to be talking about landlord obligations. Now this is a very big and wide subject, but when it comes to residential tenancy agreements, landlords actually have got just as many obligations as what tenants do. Now today we're going to specifically focus on the condition of properties, but obligations can actually stretch right across the spectrum, from lodgement of bonds to access to the property, to payment of rates and taxes, things like that. But today we're purely going to be focusing on the condition of a property. So John's actually got a residential tenancy agreement in his hand, and we will be quoting from that. So take it away.
First of all, in the preamble to the standard residential tenancy agreement, which I have here, it states that the Residential Tenancies Act 2010, the Residential Tenancies Regulation 2010 apply to this agreement. Then it says both the landlord and the tenant must comply with these laws. So that's where it starts. Everything's governed by this act. So first of all, the landlord, under clause 18, the landlord agrees at the start of the tenancy to make sure that the residential premises are reasonably clean and fit to live in. I should mention here that with commercial tenancies, it's a very different story. And today I'm not going to touch commercial tenancies, but if you call me, I'd be very happy to talk about commercial tenancies as well. So at the start of tenancy, the premises have to be clean, all the light fittings have to work, and during the tenancy, the residential property should be kept in what it says, a reasonable state of repair, considering the age of, the rent paid, and the prospective life of the premises. There's other obligations about not tampering with the gas, electricity, water, and also the landlord has to comply with all statutory obligations relating to the health and safety of the residential premises. There's also the issue of urgent repairs during the tenancy, but if I could just go back and just speak about reasonable state of repair, it is a very grey area, what is reasonable and what is not, but essentially at the start of the tenancy, the tenant agrees to take the premises as they are, or they may request certain repairs and maintenance at the start of the tenancy, and that's a condition of that particular tenancy if the landlord agrees. So what is reasonable? Well, that's difficult to define, but essentially a property should be kept to the standard it is at the start of the tenancy, less any fair wear and tear. Now, there are obligations as far as urgent repairs are concerned, and in fact, the tenant can actually action any urgent repair. In our case, as John Pye Real Estate agents, majority of our tenants, in fact, all our tenants contact us if there's a case for an urgent repair. And we then bring that up with the landlord. But a tenant can take their own action with an urgent repair. And urgent repairs may relate to water supply or sewerage, gas leaks, storm damage, flooding, and any failure in things like stoves and breakdown of essential services. That's essentially what it covers. If I could just continue to just talk about the health and safety of the premises. Mould is a big issue, especially in the wet months of the year, January, February particularly, where humidity is very high. A landlord has an obligation to ensure there's no mould in the property caused by either rising damp or leaking roofs or anything else to do with the building. On the other hand, a tenant should keep a property well aired. I know of some buildings which have problems of dampness, and it's very important that a landlord solves those problems about dampness. The other obligation about condition of premises relates to locks and security devices. and this has to do with safety. A landlord is obliged to ensure a property is safe. That's the most important thing when it comes to the condition of a property. There's other provisions relating to swimming pools which we won't cover, even though that's partly to do with the condition of the property. We won't cover that one today. But essentially, the simple answer is a landlord should continue to maintain a property in the same condition it is at the start of the tenancy. Now, in addition, a landlord should consider, in terms of the lifetime of premises, some sort of maintenance of the property, such as paintwork, placement of kitchens, bathrooms, and also floor covering. So that's the sort of thing that we look at, a long-term maintenance schedule. When it comes to paintwork, paint is generally done every 10 years internally. It could be 15 years depending on the condition of the outside and the quality of the paint work and the materials used on the outside of the dwelling. In addition, carpet, often they're replaced in 10, 12 years, but that could stretch to 20 years depending on the condition of the carpet. And it has a lot to do with the quality of the carpet at the start. We believe that landlords should always invest in good quality components of a dwelling, such as tap fittings. You know, you can buy really cheap tap fittings, Asian tap fittings, which may not last very long. You can buy very cheap Asian stoves or cooktops. We believe a landlord should invest in something of better quality because it will last longer and bring a high degree of satisfaction from the tenancy. The issue there is the cost of replacement of items, but it makes good sense to go to the middle of the road in terms of investment in the fit out of a property rather than go cheap, which will bring you higher costs in the long term.
That's some good advice. Okay, so is there anything else that we wanted to cover today?
I think I've covered the majority of items, and as I said, if anyone looking at this video has any questions, please put your questions to us.
So our contact details can be found on our website, on our Facebook page, and also on our YouTube channel where this is going to be finally uploaded to. So if you have an investment property and you have any questions at all, you're very welcome to call us here at John Pye Real Estate. We'd love to serve you and love to answer those questions for you. So thanks for watching, and keep a lookout for more videos to come. We will be covering more subjects like the obligations of landlords, and please let us know if we can serve you. Thanks for watching.